Nikki Kumaksiataksak stares at photos on a wall in the Tungasigit Center in the city's north end. She says these Inuit have died in Winnipeg because they had no way of returning north after coming south for medical or judicial issues.
No one able to pick up those pieces for them to go back home.
The wall now includes 24-year-old Jordan Charlie of Taliok Nunavut, who was shot by Winnipeg police on November 24 after they say he stabbed an officer. Charlie was released from jail the week before for a knife-related assault. Before that, he spent time in a prison for another stabbing in the north. Kumaksiataksak says more needs to be done to help Inuit dealing with mental health.
When we build our relationships with our community members, we're hearing these really challenging stories, and we know the barriers that are associated with some of these challenges.
Across the city at a funding announcement for K-12 schools for 5 First Nations, Chief Larson Anderson of Norway House Cree Nation talks about a recent tragedy in his nation involving the RCMP.
It knocks you back down to the days of when the RCMP were first established in this country. We all know that they were here to police First Nation people.
17-year-old Elgin Muskego was shot in Norway House on November 22nd. Police say he had an edged weapon when he approached them. The second police shooting in Manitoba in 2 days. In the past 3 months, the national number rising to 13, with calls for cultural training and even a national inquiry spreading through leaders and activists alike. At the same education announcement, Minister of Indigenous Services Patty Hadju saying it's a complex issue involving all levels of government.
We do have to get to the bottom of this, and how we do that, I think, I can't weigh in today if there needs to be an inquiry or another mechanism. But I can tell you that our government has ongoing and firm commitment to working with First Nations on reforming policing. Anderson
is not a believer of having yet another inquiry.
I would rather see action today. There are reports like AGI, the 94 reconciliation documents. I think there's enough studies, there's enough ideas out there that we could take action.
One answer he's convinced on, giving policing back to Indigenous communities because it's those living there that know the answers from their own shared lived experiences. T.R. Wheatley, APTN National News, Winnipeg.